All right, I think we're ready to go. Welcome to the August meeting of the Planning Commission. We will start by doing roll call. Right?
Rick Ferris,
Here.
Joel Storm, Carl Eaglin,
Here.
Patrick Tevenau,
Here.
Mike Armstrong,
Here.
Jerry Ralston,
Here.
Josh Wilbur,
Here.
Van Crafton, Zach Laughlin.
All right, everybody get a copy of last month's minutes. Are there any corrections, edits? If not, I'll accept the motion.
I make a motion, we accept July's minutes as they were.
All right. That first and say, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign. All right. We have two new applications for this evening. When I go over the application title and the specifics, if you would, if you are representing the application, please come up to the podium. At some point, we'll ask your name and your address so that you can do that for the record. First application tonight is PCRZ-24-7, Cole Couchman, application to amend the official zoning map. The applicant is requesting to rezone parcel ID 39-08-21-000-025.000-007 from zoning classification M1 to GB, general business. Location is 1221 Clifty Drive, currently zoned light manufacturing district M1. So if you're, come up, if you're, state your name and address for us.
Mark Thompson, do you want my corporate address? Or?
That's fine.
Okay.
If you,
It's 589 West Nationwide Boulevard, Suite B, Columbus, Ohio, 43215.
all right. Raymond, anything more we should know about this that you have? Okay. Can you explain a little bit to the council what you're doing here with this property?
Yeah, so the project is to refresh and repaint the exterior of the building, do some interior decor updates to the actual Arby's restaurant, and then in the process of trying to get building permits and stuff for that work, we were notified that it was classified as an older classifications for the parcel, and to go through the process to
So it's basically to get it to the actual classification of what's being used for now for zoning purposes? Okay, I got you. Now it makes a lot more sense than it did. Okay, excellent. Any questions from the board?
The adjoining properties, are there any others that are general business? How does that look? I haven't seen the map for zoning in that area.
I think there's one adjacent to us in the map they shared with us.
The filling station, Quickie Market, that's right next door right there. Yeah. That should be GB too.
M1's adjacent, general business across the street, I guess, is that whole row from what I've seen here. So the M1 is adjacent to us, from what I see on the parcel map provided, but then across the street is all general business from what I've seen here.
So that should fit this corner very well to be general business because there's several other businesses on that corner. Yeah, going to the east. I'll make a motion to approve the application.
Well, hold on a second, can't do that
I'm
yet.
sorry.
Hold on.
Yes,
Okay.
so this is at the corner of Lanier Drive and Clifty, and the whole other side of Lanier Drive to the west is all zoned general business, both the north and south sides.
Nicole, you think this was kind of left over from years past? Because obviously you got Armor Metal that was on the other side of the road, was
Yes.
M1. It's probably M1 as well, and things like that.
That is
too.
M2.
M2, okay.
But yeah, this area was previously zoned manufacturing.
Yeah.
Is the gas station next to this property, is it zone general business or is
No.
it still M1?
It's still M1.
So it needs
Yeah,
to
we may
probably be
want to
updated.
reach out to them at some point. and see
Yeah,
if they-
we're in the zoning ordinance update. We're going to look at zoning classifications.
Okay, good. Any other questions from the board? Any questions, concerns, comments from the audience? Not a large one, but. All right, hey, Carl.
Hey, I'll make a motion. We approve application PCRZ-24-7.
Do we have a second?
Second the motion.
All right, Raymond?
Rick Ferris,
Yes.
Carl Eaglin,
Yes.
Patrick Tevenau,
Yes.
Mike Armstrong,
Yes.
Jerry Ralston,
Yes.
Josh Wilbur,
Yes.
Zach Laughlin.
Yes. All right. You're good. Thank you. All right, our next application is PCAF 24-11. Applicant is Christopher Owens. Application to amend final plat. The applicant is requesting to split parcel ID 39-08-34-334-087 .000-007. Location is 1118 West Second Street, zoned medium density residential R8. Do we have you could come up please and state your name and address for us.
Christopher Owens, 1114 West Second Street, Madison, Indiana, 47250.
All right. And Chris, can you explain a little bit of what you're trying to accomplish here by splitting?
Yes, we bought the properties 5 years ago. It had two residences on one parcel. I think the city had the back one declared as a garage. Anyway, our youngest son wants to buy the front building, and we're going to keep the back building. And that's really it. And just they didn't want anything to do with the back building.
So you live, it looks like, just looking at
I
this
live
off
at
Second Street, you live to
1114.
the right to it,
Yeah, right next
And
to it.
then, so you're gonna utilize that property to the back
Yeah.
for your garage and stuff still, I guess, is what you have?
We're gonna make the front it'll be like we have a lot of, our kids are all grown and a few grandkids, and they come down and our house is kind of small, so the front of it, we're gonna have kind of a space they can stay when they come.
Okay.
What is the building on this track to the rear lot currently used? Is it currently a
It's
garage?
where they live, yeah, it's half a garage and half like a living quarters.
So it is a residence?
Yeah.
So how are they accessing it today?
Excuse me?
How are they accessing it?
Which one?
The back on the alley side?
Oh, it's got a front door and a back door.
But access is only through the alley? though?
Right,
Yes,
that's what I
correct,
mean,
correct.
yeah.
Then, there's a sidewalk that goes up to the front, up to the street, so.
Okay, so you can access it from the street side going back there
Yeah.
to it. And it's currently got its own address too?
Well, technically, it's 1118 and a half.
Yeah. Okay. It's just a little odd, I mean, to have a residence on the backside, that's the only,
Does the alley have a name, like McCormick Alley, or,
Not that I know of. It's the alley that's right between Second and First Street on the west end
so
of
that's
town.
something that 911 may have to do to name the alley
Yeah,
because of the 911 situation
Yeah.
that we have in some of the alleys. Where there's a resident, you must have a name,
gotcha.
so that might be something the
Well,
code
the
would
front,
have.
see, the front one will be the actual residence. The other one would be the garage, and then, we wouldn't be charging anybody to live there. It would be just like,
Okay.
say our daughter and her fiance and their two kids come down. And
So
they wanna
just to
stay
be,
there for the
just be a
weekend.
temporary thing?
Yeah,
not-
yeah,
okay.
we're not gonna Airbnb it or anything like that, so.
Okay.
so, but that's gonna be really utilized for your, 1114 residence.
True, yeah, because
Right.
and actually, when we had it surveyed, the back house actually sits on our property, like a sliver of it does. Which the surveyor said, that's no shocker down here, sir.
No, it's not usually.
My concern with splitting the parcel like this is the house in the front now becoming landlocked with no access, easement-wise even, to the alley, and then the same with the parcel in the rear, not having any access up to Second Street, even through an easement, because it works out fine while it's all in the family, but I've seen a lot of
Understood.
cases downtown where 50, 60 years down the road, it just turns into a real mess.
Would I have to get it I could get that done, would I have to get it totally resurveyed to get that done?
To get an easement put in?
I don't think so. I think it would just be an additional legal description
Okay.
that would need to be.
I'm new to all
Yeah.
this, so.
Yeah, because I'm concerned for the same thing, having an easement there, and then, of course, where, I've heard these things where you put your trash, where there's a trash pickup happen, with things like this, because it normally was in the back there, and then it becomes a problem.
And it can even be as simple as just like a 3-foot ingress egress easement from, the back track to
Okay.
Second Street and from the front track to the
Okay.
alley. I think it just might keep things cleaner down the road when
Okay, gotcha.
you guys no longer own it.
Do you,
Is that something we could approve conditionally
if you're all right with.
Oh, yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that, yeah.
Do you have any other questions? Board? Any questions, concerns from the audience? All right, hearing none, I'll accept a motion.
I move we approve application PCAF 24-11 as presented, but with the addition of an ingress egress easement for tract 1 to the alley and an ingress egress easement for tract 2 to West Second Street.
I second that motion. Okay. Raymond?
Rick Ferris,
Yes.
Carl Eaglin,
Yes.
Patrick Devonoff,
Yes.
Mike Armstrong,
Yes.
Jerry Ralston,
Yes.
Josh Wilbur,
Yes.
Zach Laughlin.
Yes. All right,
Thank you, gentlemen.
thank you, appreciate it. And if you would just get with Nicole on the easement, once you can get a surveyor to help. Okay. All right, any other old business, new business, Raymond? Nothing? All right, with that, I'll accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Oh,
You're for the BZA.
So we have we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
aye.
All right,